Hello, everyone. Hello, how are you? Marietta, for those that don't know me, welcome. Welcome in. Join the family. Subscribe, comment, take yourself a seat, and enjoy the video. What I'm getting ready to show y'all is today I would like to talk about my front yard. My front yard is a blank slate. I really need some help, y'all. I really need some help with this front yard. Let me show y'all how big this front yard is. But my goal is when the weather breaks, I would like to put some color in this yard. But right now, it's just a blank slate. Let me show you. Yeah, this is my front yard, y'all. This is my front yard. Those two little white flower pots way over there, one of the trees have died already over the winter, so I'll be getting that out of there soon. And then I got this big yard to work with. This tree right down there in the middle of the yard, I don't know if it's dead or alive. It was really pretty when I put it out there, but it looked like the winter that ate it up too. So, and then I have this guy here. He's doing pretty good. He usually will come back. And then when you go over to this way, over this side of the yard, this is what's over here. So we got a whole yard of a blank slate with a lot. Look like it needs a lot. And I don't plan to put a whole lot way out there. I just would like to have more color out there. Maybe some colored bushes, I was thinking. And this is the thing that I'm running into of being overwhelmed. I am really truly overwhelmed with how big this yard is. The grass, when it comes in, this part up here closer to the house, it doesn't fill in way out there by the road where you see all that green out there already. Now out there, it fills in pretty thick out there. The grass really gets good and thick out there. But this is a lot of yard. It's a lot of yard to work with. It's a lot of yard for me to maintenance. But yet and still, I seem to get it done. I keep it cut now. I keep it cut. And I try my best to keep it keep the weed eater going over the summer months. And then when we get down here to this side of the yard, we come around here. And everything is still asleep over here. But it needs to be cleaned up and cut up and straightened out. And yeah. It's just been so wet out here where I just can't even get out here yet because things are looking really, really asleep. Everything is still asleep. So I'm just going to let it sleep for a while. But I'm trying to get some ideas on what to do with this big area out here. This is another thing you'll run into where it comes to having a big yard. You'll want it to look beautiful. And see, the part out there where that little tree is standing way out there by itself, that little tree right there, I really was thinking about digging some of the grass out of that area and making that area, put some flowers out there. Just make a flower bed out there in that middle somewhere. I think that would be really pretty. But I just got to figure out what flowers to put out there. And whatever I put out there, I want it to be perennials so they'll come back every year, prayerfully. Because, flowers can be expensive. They can be expensive too. Unless I go get some wildflower seeds and throw out there, but then I'm scared they'll get loose and run all over the yard. Then I've made a big flowery mess. Yeah, because sometimes they will germinate and go on all over the yard if you don't know what you're putting out there. So I have to be careful what I put out there. But yeah, let's take a walk. Let's take a walk, y'all. Remember earlier I said I was going to let y'all take a walk with me? Well, now it seems like the rain has stopped. So, because the rain has stopped, we can take a little walk. So let's do that. Yeah, we'll take a little walk around. And that way we can see what is alive and what ain't alive. Now these bushes right here, these sticks you see right here, they look like sticks. Now they come up really nice and pretty. I forget the name of those, but they come up really pretty when they do come up on this side of the walkway. They usually do come up pretty nice. Yep. In this area right here, I'll take my sprayer and I'll spray the weeds out of this area right here. I would just continue to spray it and let the weeds die. I've designated this area as my trash can area, but I will be spraying the weeds in that area. These are honeysuckle bushes right here. They come back good each year. My flower pots, they died out. They have sedum bushes usually come up in those. But I think the frosting ate them up this year. Because they're not used to that snow. My one little bush here, she seems to be doing okay. And I did have 3 of them, but one of them, she died already. And this one over here, I don't know what she's doing. But I'm going to leave her in the ground and let her do what she do. And the ones I have up here, these little bushes, the sun started burning them up. The ants tried to eat them up. The sun burned them up. So I may have to dig some of these up too later on. But my brother told me just leave them alone. Leave them alone. They will die out and sometime they'll come back by themselves. So as you can see, the lineup that was going all the way around, I done lost right here in this bald spot here, I done lost about 5 bushes already. Because it was like 27 of them. And I only got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 of them. So I've lost quite a bit of them. And then see what the ants do over the winter. See what they do. See what these ants do to your bushes. And because I haven't had a chance to get out here to maintain them and put down some killer for them ants, they just been eating up everything out here. This area here, these bushes usually come back each year. These are up closer to the house. I think I'm going to go to Lowe's and pick me up another one of these troughs as well. Because I leave that there because I can water the plants from there. I can water the plants out of that trough. See the color of this bush? And then that one. So let's go take a walk around the yard. I usually like walking around the yard so I can make sure that everything's looking good around here. Keep a check on the property. And this fencing, I put this fencing up as well. I didn't personally put it up, I had it put up. I couldn't have put this much fencing up all by myself. No, I had somebody come in and do that. My little trees back here are holding their own. They're staying alive. They staying alive, y'all. They are truly staying alive. Ain't that many of them, but they're staying alive. See, this is a good area right here for a garden. Right here. Right there would be a good area for a garden. But I just don't have no water back here. This is that needlepoint holly, y'all. That's that needlepoint holly. I had to throw her way back here because they say she gets huge. And this one, if it ever catch on, that's center stage red. And this is old sedum. Great big old sedum bush. This bush right here, that was a bush that they was going to throw away at Lowe's. So I brought that bush home and stuck it in the ground. They seem to be holding their own. Still got them old toilets on the trailer. And this is what the area is looking like back here. I got a few boards down there I can burn up when it dries up. Now this fencing, this is what was left over from when we put the fence up. Now I don't know if you can use this fence. Can you use this fence if you want to make your chicken coop? Or what would you use this fence for? It's leftover fencing from when they put my fencing around the yard. But that's some thick, heavy fence. What else can you use that fence for? If anybody knows, type it down in the comments for me. Give me some ideas what to do with the rest of that fence. People have been asking about it, but I didn't want to throw it away. And then somebody told me to take the lid off of these toilets, take the inside out of these toilets and make them into flower pots. Tell me what y'all know about that. Let's see, this one has broken. That one broken, but I can still take the back base off it, open the tank up, and turn it into a toilet flower pot. Because, you know, the porcelain's heavy. The porcelain won't move. They said they make pretty flower pots. So maybe I might do one just so that we can see what they look like. Just walking around the yard, y'all. See this wooden box? I built this wooden box over here. And before I got any time to put Chance in it, my son got sick, so I haven't had a chance to put anything in it. I mean, I had it ready to go. But like I told y'all, my son takes preference over everything. So when he took sick, that ended all that. And I have not had a chance to get out here to do anything with it. I hope that didn't make y'all dizzy. I had to come over here and get these flower pots off the ground. I didn't have a chance to do anything with it after that. So I just left it. This is the pond that I was telling y'all about that's in the back of the house. See the pond over there? Hold on, let me get a little closer over here. That's the pond. See the picture of the pond? That's the pond that's in the back of the house. Might be some gators in that water. But that's a mighty big pond. This is another reason why I had to make sure I put this fence up to protect my son, because I did not want my son getting nowhere near close to that. Yeah, so that's what that looks like. Yep. That's what you got to do when you got children. You got to keep them safe. So I put that fence up there when I first got here to protect him. And to keep anything wild that might come up out of that pond from out of the yard. Even though they tell me gators can climb that fence. What y'all think? And then we just come right on up this way. Come right on up through here. Come right on up through here. And bring us right on back around to the front yard. And that gives me a chance to have checked the yard and be able to walk the yard and make sure everything is good. Everything looks good. Everything is quiet. Everything is quiet. Nice and quiet back there. But yeah, I would love to put some bright color somewhere in this front yard to light it up. Let me go out a little further here. Go down here and check the mail. And then we'll come on back to the house. But yeah, so that was a big tour of the yard. So that you can see exactly how big this yard is. All the way down here to the mailbox. So when I'm actually working the yard, I just have a lot of walking to do and my legs be tore up. You know what I'd like to have though is see down that road there, that old country road there. Let's get the mail at the mailbox. And is this what it looked like that way? And then you got your woods over there. Yep, let's go on back down to the plantation. Let's go on back down. Yep, so at least I had a yard tour. Now you've had a yard tour. Now you see what the yard looks like and you see what I be talking about when I say it's a lot. Well, that's the end of that tour. So you've had a yard tour. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed that yard tour. Shoo, because it kind of took me out of breath, all that walking. And when I walk this whole yard, sometimes I can walk this yard and I'll walk this yard 3 or 4 or 5 times. And that's a workout for the day. But when I'm out there busy, I don't know how much walking I'll be doing out there. But I'll be doing so much walking sometimes, my whole legs be feeling like they about ready to fall off sometimes. Because as you can see, that's a lot of walking. Let me catch my breath for a minute. Yes, I mean, because, whew, and it's still misting outside. So it's still wet. It's still damp out there. So when I go out there and take tours like that, it do make me kind of winded for a little while. And then I get myself together and I'm ready to start all over again. So with that being said, I want to thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. If you enjoyed that yard tour and you like videos like these, please consider subscribing because there'll be a lot more to come. You'll actually see me outdoors after a while, getting some work done, getting some planning done. And please leave your comments about what you would like to put and see in that front yard. And we'll see if we can make it happen. Be blessed. Enjoy the rest of your night.